But my personal opinion is like always risk-reward ratio, having a good Sharpe ratio, and profit factor. These three things are extremely, extremely important.
Once again, Guru, thank you for coming. And we are continuing our discussion with crypto trading bots.
Thanks, Kornél.
I have the feeling about crypto trading bots in general that I have seen so much scams. Actually, I was participating in one of them. It hurted me quite much, but actually it's so stupid thing because I thought that it is a scam, but I don't care. I was not interested in that it's a scam or not. I just wanted to believe that they produce me like enormous money. So I have so much feelings about crypto trading bots. You are developing a crypto trading bot. What's your feeling about that? Because you are on the other side.
Sure. First of all, yeah, it looks like a scam because we need to understand why it looks like a scam or why it looks so shady at the first place. The first and foremost thing is like every bot has a kind of alpha period. Like, if we take an example now of uranium ore, like it degrades into half its capacity, which is called as half-life period after a couple of millions of years. So in the same way, like every trading bot or every trading strategy has a kind of like expiry period, which comes. So it is always designed to perform in a certain kind of market, in a certain kind of periods. And the biggest problem with cryptocurrency is that we don't have so much of data. Like if you want to build a strategy on Apple, you can build it very easily because you have 30, 40 years of data. You have seen a lot of economic turmoil in between. You have seen dividends, rights issues, so many things happening. So you have a lot of data, you have a lot of sentiment data, you have a lot of quant data, price, volume charts, everything. But if we speak about Bitcoin, which just came in 2009, and if someone tries to make the analysis from even 2010, they're completely wrong because the kind of volume that Bitcoin had from 2010 to 2016 is absolutely nothing. And many a times like you need to fill up the data because they are so empty. There was no volumes and one day it moves up, another day it doesn't. So it's not the same thing. You cannot compare like the volume of Bitcoin, which is around $10 billion of trading per day, that is today, versus like when it used to be like just $1 million per week. So they're not the same. So if you have to make it equal, and then you have to take 1 year of 2013 data with 1 day of data which is happening today. So it's not the same, like scientifically speaking. This is the reason like why people try to take the models from 2013 or 14 and they try to build the models based on it, and those models will not work. And the realistic data that we take in B-Cube ourselves is from 2019. We can take even from 2018. It's fine. It's totally fine because after 2017, really institutional investors came in and the interest started to pick up. Coinbase came, Binance came. So really something started to happen after that. But we don't take any data before 2019. And sometimes if we have to take to validate some of our complicated models, then what we do is like we try to adjust those data to the volume what is happening today. Which means like if 7 days of volume is equal to 1 day of volume today, we try to compress this 7 days into 1 day. So we do that. And then coming to the fundamental problem about alpha decay that we started with. So every bot will have a strategy. For example, there are DCA bots, dollar cost averaging bots. So what you do in these bots is you just give a minimum value and you give a maximum value. It's like $15,000, I think, is the bottom for Bitcoin in this cycle. And I think in this cycle, 32,000 will be the top. So you give 32 on one end and 15 on another end. Now what it does is every 5% fall or every 10% fall, it starts to buy Bitcoin. It tries to average it. And once it comes to 15,000, like probably it will trigger the stop loss or it will just stop to do anything at all. And when it goes to 32,000, probably it will sell because that's the highest point. So this is what a DCA bot does. And other kinds of bots like long and short bots, they have a kind of conditions like go above this, you sell, come below this, you buy and stuff like that. So these are all like, again, static in nature and they don't work. And the problem is like there is a funny saying in English, if you don't take care of your garden, it becomes forest. In the same way, like if you don't take care of your strategy, then it becomes, like a very, very dangerous one and in which potentially you can lose literally everything. So that's what happens in a strategy, and you need to keep on monitoring them and you need to keep on like adjusting the algorithms to the current market condition. But the biggest problem is like human beings are not so efficient. they can be experts in trading. They can be experts in making bots. It's not about their expertise. There are several things which is not visible to the naked eyes. So that's where the technology comes into picture. So if you don't use the technology, if you don't take the backing of the technology, then you are lost. So that's what happens in most of the platforms, that they came out with a very good strategy. They backtest it, and in the backtest, yes, it looks like a SpaceX rocket, but in reality, it will not be even a Renault Clio. So yeah, there is huge difference between these two things, and once you get a backtesting results of 10,000%, 1,000% results, you will have to at least see like 20% of it or 10% of it will be realistically true, but it won't be the case because of all these problems. So that's why the major problem is like the static algorithm can never ever work, because markets keep changing and your algorithm's behavior also should keep changing. If it doesn't change, it will not work. This is the basic problem, and that's why we feel that bots are scams. Because when we put the money, we see those crazy charts and funny things like, okay, like we are going to make like 1,000% returns this time. No, that's not how it's going to work. And moreover, like by using bots, only one thing we need to have in mind. The bot should be having, alpha, which means like we should make more than buy and hold. Like if I buy one Bitcoin in the beginning of the year on 1st of January at $10,000, then let me say at 31st of December at this year, like it will be $50,000. So it made 5x. And if my bot is making like only $40,000, no, it underperformed. You could have just bought and sold one. No, why you needed a bot for it. Yeah. So buy and hold should be always a benchmark for anything. Even if you made like $55,000, yes, you beat the returns of Bitcoin. So this is how we compare the strategy and its performance. So this is first and foremost thing. And second thing is like using of the bot is for earning some passive income. Like you have some free money which you want a bot to make money for you, because this much of small money you cannot put in real estate. You cannot buy a bar of gold. You can't do any of these kind of things. And crypto is the best place because it always beats the inflation. There is so many good things about crypto. So you put money into this bot by thinking like, okay, the underlying asset, if you put Bitcoin, for example, the value of the Bitcoin is also going up over a period of time. Plus, this bot is making you more Bitcoins, which is like making 1 Bitcoin to 1.5 or 2 Bitcoins. Plus, the value of Bitcoin is going up. So that's how you win on both the sides. So that should be the case. But what happens, or what some platform tries to make you feel, is that like you can make 10,000%. Like sometimes we used to make backtest results ourselves, and we used to share it with our clients because some people really wanted to see it. And when we show them like it's 9,000% returns, 5,000% returns, and we used to tell them very openly, like, look, it's never going to be 5,000% returns. It's never ever going to be 5,000% returns. We assure you, we are very, very sure about this point. So we are not trying to tell you like, this is what it's going to be or something. This is just a kind of interpretation. If exactly the market turns out to be how it used to be in the last 4 years, then this is how you can expect it. But markets are never going to be in the same way, because every day, every minute, not every minute, next second is going to be something different. Anything can happen in between. Sure. Effort can come. Some exchange might close. Who would have believed like FTX will not exist? Definitely Nobody. Not. Last year, if I would have said this to someone, he would have laughed at me. He would have laughed at me. FTX closing, impossible. But it happened, you see. So the course of the market changed. We got into a very deep, bear market. Luna happened. Celsius happened. BlockFi happened. We didn't know of any of these things. So markets are never going to be in the same way like how it used to be before. So we have to take all these things into consideration when we design a strategy. And the answer is to create a strategy that can adapt to the market conditions dynamically. And only when we make it like that, it looks realistic, and even we can expect some kind of realistic gains. Otherwise, we will be imagining that we will make a lot of money, but we will not make. On the worst side, we will lose money, in fact. So that's why we feel that bots are scam.
Okay, you explained very interesting things, and you explained us very professionally, but I've seen many scams because they are cheating to have a trading bot, but in general it's not a trading bot, it's just let's say an algorithm showing you that every day you can much and much money on that. How effective is It's your product. Because in the trading bots area, I see different numbers, and I see in the products that we are the best because, we are going to do 5,000 percentages or enormous numbers.
Yeah, definitely. So I will just speak about only 2 products that we have, which is a star product. And other products, every type of product doesn't work also, because there are some products like which keeps working, some products like which works at a certain period of time. And that's what when we launch our AI infrastructure, which is build your own AI bot, we are going to fix this problem also. But right now, like there is 2 or 3 strategies, which is an all-weather strategy. In any kind of situation, in any kind of markets, without any excuses, they will deliver profits for people. It's not a financial advice, but it's just the way how it's behaving as of now that we can say. The first thing is like Bulls and Bears altcoin bot, launched in 2019. It has a 4 years track record. So 4 years is quite a long time track record. And I don't know any single crypto trading bot which is existing in the market today, be on our platform or any other platform, which has existed for 4 years and been consistently delivering. But we have it. And what this bot is doing is Bitcoin accumulation strategy, which is like you just have to have Bitcoins on your Binance account. You link your Binance account with our platform. You integrate it with API keys, and API keys are completely secured. And it's this 3 commas issue. What happened? That can never happen in our case, because if encryption has failed, then it should fail at the AWS side. So if AWS is hacked, yes, someone can catch hold of our API keys, but that's impossible. And someone losing on our platform just because of API things is next to impossible. That I can assure you, and that's definitely an advice. And what I wanted to say is Bulls and Bears altcoin bot. So since last 4 years, total returns has been something like 12x on the total Bitcoins that people have put it. So this is how the returns have come. But sometimes, like if people have put it somewhere and there was a drawdown afterwards, 20-30%, and then it improved after that one, maybe they will not get it. But if someone would have started in 2019, in the beginning when the bot has started, yes, 12x is very much possible with this one. Wow. So which has performed in all types of markets, because in 2019 we saw a bearish market. 2020 slowly started to improve. 2021 was a bull market. 2022 again we came to a bearish market. And 2023, as usual, like it's how it's going on now. So there is another bot like which we came out with a very advanced technology in September 2022, just last year, which is called a swing trader long only bot. And there is another version of it, swing trader long and short bot. So these 2 bots are a little bit different. Long only bot, which just longs in spot market. It doesn't take any short positions. It doesn't take any leverage, nothing. It's 1x leverage, spot market, just going long, just waits for an opportunity. It's many people in our community calls it as a sniper, because it keeps waiting for an opportunity. It just scalps like 1% or 0.5% or 0.75%, but it makes sure that it earns something every day. This bot, like when we launched in September, it was a very big test for us, because Luna was a very big crash. We lost a lot of users on our platform because they had a lot of money on USD stablecoin. They lost it and they didn't have money to trade with us. And some more clients, we lost it when Celsius went bankrupt, because many people were earning APR returns there. So we lost a lot of clients, not because of our own business or our own issues, but we lost business because of some external issues like Luna, Celsius, BlockFi. And then FTX was a kind of like last nail on the coffin, as we can say. And this was the time like when most of our traders were using FTX exchange, because Binance, it's not possible to trade in Western Europe. If you want to trade on futures and options, you can trade only on spot market. Like for example, in France, in Germany, in Italy, in Portugal, UK, and Netherlands also, you can't trade in futures and options on Binance because they don't have certain licenses to offer this product to customers, only spot market. So all our customers had to go for FTX because that's the only place where European citizens were allowed to work on futures and options. So most of them lost the money. So there also. So we were severely impacted because of these things last year. Yeah, we lost a lot of users. Many people were saying like, no, it's not because of you. We again have to earn back all this money and we'll come back to you. And some people who had some money on Binance and other places, like they wanted to earn some consistent money. So that's when exactly the swing trader long only bot came into existence. So they integrated it. And even during the FTX crash in November, it delivered 41% returns. So we had absolutely no impact of whatsoever.
Wow.
It happened during the FTX times. And it has proven itself that bear market or sudden downturn doesn't mean anything to it. It always waits for an opportunity, makes the trade. And that's been the trend. And so far, it's never lost any money. I mean, like, of course, it made a couple of losses, like every month here and there, it keeps making. But if you see the overall chart pattern, it's keep going up, up and up and up. Because it was built with a very latest technology that we have made, with all the learnings that we had from the past. So it's doing good. And the third product I would like to speak about is Swing Trader Long and Short. So long and short, as the name suggests, which trades in futures, it goes short also. Leverage, we don't say anything more than 1x because that's what we say. But users can take 3x, 5x, 10x, depending on the wrecked appetite, as we say that. Because they go wrecked, like if they go more than 5x, but they still do it. But we say like go with 1x. So this bot doesn't trade every day. It waits for the opportunity. The frequency is very low. You know, like customers sometimes complain that it doesn't trade so much, but that shouldn't be an issue for you because if it trades, then it makes profit. It's not unnecessarily doing many trading and losing the money or losing the trading fees or anything as such. That's why these three products are very unique because altcoin bot increases your Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin accumulation strategy in which has having a 4 years of history of being in the market successfully. And Swing Trader Long Only bot, which trades every single trade between 1 to maximum 3 trades, and it wins. And if you see the winning ratio, it's almost 90%. It's been winning almost 90% of the time. So it's like 9 trades out of 10 trades is in green, 1 trade is always in red. So if we see the historically number of trades that he has done. And then even Swing Trader Futures bot, also like historically also it's doing very, very good, extremely good. Even in the worst times, like when market went upside down, it just stayed away from the market. So this is how we have taught our bots in a very good way because we are the teachers for it, not to do, like trades when it's not necessary. We have trained them in a certain way and they keep following it. That's how our bots are different and they are working currently.
Okay. Please do not forget, it's not a financial advice.
Definitely not.
And always do your own research, always. Do not forget.
That's right.
Okay, just continuing. Do you have any ideas if somebody wants to start to use a trading bot, how it is possible to check whether it's a scam or not?
Absolutely. That's a very, very, very good point because the first and foremost thing to know whether something is a scam or not is in knowing whether they want custody of your money or not. So if someone is saying to you like, hey, just send the money to this account or this wallet and we are going to manage it for you, then the follow-up question should be from your side, do you have some kind of regulatory licenses? Do you have some kind of registration? Where are you based? And making some due diligence. For example, b-cube ourselves, we are going through registration with AMF, which is like SEC of France. So we'll be a DASP, which means Digital Asset Service Provider. So once we have this license, then we can do custodian services, we can do brokerage, and we can also do market making. So these 3 businesses that we can start, along with several other things that we can do. So once we have it on the website of AMF, our name will appear. The company name, the founder's name, the registration things. This is how someone can know that whether this person is like really registered or not. Because if you're registered, you are under their lens and they keep watching you every single thing. If you violate something, in France, it's quite serious thing because someone can go to jail for 2 years plus 30,000 euros in fine. If you do something wrong or like if you try to defraud some investors. And nobody who wants to do business ethically would like to cheat something to, like to bring troubles to himself. He would not like to invite trouble. So that's why it's always important to do business with those entities, which is serious about it by showing their seriousness in terms of acquiring some registrations, licenses, being in a very safe jurisdictions. Because if you're in Europe, for example, it's a safe jurisdiction. If you're in United States, it's a safe jurisdiction. But there are a lot of shady jurisdictions like Seychelles and British Virgin Islands. We don't know seriously what's happening here. We have never gone there, and also like the regulations are not so strict like how we have here in Europe or in United States. Right now in our company, we have a full-time compliance officer. So everyday compliance officer needs to see all the checks and balances and how the process is going on, application form, and whether something is right. The regulator will ask us something new like, hey, I wanted this document to see, like whether you're compliant with that or not, send it over to us. They will ask every single small thing, and to handle it, you need a full-time compliance officer. And if you see like some of the other shady jurisdictions, they will tell you like you just can rent like a compliance officer like just to be on the paper. Like you can just give some freelancing money to just have their photo or profile on the website, but they're not really in the company. And that's a major red flag that they cannot do that. They cannot do that because compliance is a full-time job. There's a lot of things to take care of. Yeah. Because you need to monitor every single client, whether they're legit, whether they're using the right passports for the KYC, they're using the right address proofs and everything. It's a whole lot of things that we need to take. For example, like you interviewed chain analysis, they're doing great work actually, because we will take their services once we get DSP registration. So there are this kind of service providers, and all these things will show how serious you are and how serious you are in showing that yes, you don't want to be on the wrong side. Yeah, sure. And when you speak about this shady, scammy bots, they just ask you without any shame, like to send your money to their wallet address. And once it goes there, it simply disappears. Yeah. And there is only one dashboard, which is showing some very crazy returns and how much you can earn, which looks like a very much like a casino in Las Vegas. It will show you big money, but nothing you can win really. At the end of the day, you lose everything. Yeah, sure. That was never your money anyway. So these are the red flags to me. But if you see our platform, you come there, we don't force anybody to give money at the first. It's a freemium business model. Up to $500 in limitation, trading limits, you can use the platform for absolutely free of cost. Wow. You don't need to pay anything. It's freemium. If you want to keep using $500 limit for the rest of your life, you are welcome. You can keep using it. You can keep making money as long as you are comfortable and as long as you are happy with that one. So this is how we will allow people to test our tech, test our product. Later on, we'll collect feedbacks and then we go about from there. Secondly, we don't take custody of any funds. We don't touch anyone's funds. And your money is in your own Binance account. Your money is in your own exchange account, like Binance, Huobi, OKX, Bybit, anything. It's in your own account. And what you give us is the API keys, which gives us permission to just buy and sell crypto on your behalf. Only because you have given us the permission to trade with our bots. So the moment you go on our platform and you say like there is a place on our dashboard like a stop or pause the bot, it stops immediately. Then you want to continue, you can continue it. You can customize many more things on the dashboard, like how much money would you like to use in every trade, what stop loss you like to have, what kind of target would you like to have? Everything you can define it yourself. We got a risk management tool, which is also free of cost. We are also giving like a true P&L dashboard, which is also free of cost. Imagine like you have a Binance account, you are trading manually also, you are using our bots also. So most of the time in other platforms, customers will have a doubt like, hey, whether I made $100 and you made $10 and it's showing 110 or who made how much? This problem doesn't exist in our case. The moment you integrate your Binance account with our P&L dashboard, imagine you in your own manual trade, you did $10,000 profit. But using our bots, you made $10,000 profit. It will show only what our bot made. For example, if our bot made just 5,000 and you made 10,000 on your own, it will show only 5,000 you made because this is what you made from our platform. So this is also something new that we are offering for free. So all these things can be tested and tried for free. We don't touch your funds. You just need to give your API keys, which will not give it to us, which is completely safe and secured and encrypted end-to-end on our platform. And we also have an IP address to make it static so that it cannot be hacked also. So your computer cannot be accessed or hacked. It's having like a static IP. So you can even use that one to integrate on our platform. So it's completely safe in this way. And the only way something can get hacked is someone has to hack AWS, which is next to impossible. So in theory, like it's impossible for someone to handle your account. So we are non-custodian services, which means we don't take the custody of your funds. We don't touch your funds. All the funds is in your own exchange account. We just have the permission to buy and sell on your behalf.
Okay. It is really very interesting what you are doing, and amazing to hear it. Just as a closer remarks or closer idea, can you give us an advice how we can choose a good crypto trading bot? What could be the key topics or the key ideas, or any advices from you?
It's an advice which is not a financial advice. So
yeah, sure.
It's not a financial advice, but it's an advice of not a financial advice quality. So let me put it that way. So first and foremost thing, everyone can log into b-cube.ai. Once they log in, they will be able to see all the products. And you don't have to pay until you make money. Don't pay for it. So use the freemium plan, which is up to $500 of trading limit. So once you sign up, once you make money, then you can go from there. And if you're asking about the products, which products you need to select, I would suggest going for swing trader long only or swing trader long and short, because they have proven themselves in this bear market, in the volatile market, even in the scam market of FTX. It didn't have any impact and it's consistently doing good. And we expect it to do much more better in the coming days, because next month we are launching another product, which will be directly coming from the Strategy Factory and Strategy Selector, what we spoke in the previous meeting. This one will be directly integrated to our platform. So that will actually make our bots much more lethal and much more powerful in this way, because totally in-house we built our own backtesting engine, which is super fast, which can backtest hundreds and thousands of strategies in less than 2 seconds.
Wow.
And also the Strategy Selector and Strategy Factory, like which is our AI infrastructure, everything is going live in next 1 month. So everything will be possible to test it absolutely for free. So my not financial advice, but an advice of that quality is log in and make a free account, sign up for free, test our products, especially a swing trader, long only bot, make money. And if you feel good about it, buy the product.
Okay. Thank you for this very interesting explanation. But I really wanted to ask you, if you forget your product, what could be the advice? How could choose a general people if they can see several crypto trading bots on the market? Which one could be the best for him or her? What could be the selection idea or the selection steps to choose the right crypto trading bot?
Okay, perfect. So the first and foremost thing what we need to see is the risk reward ratio. So that's most important thing, because if your stop loss is 3% and if your target is just 1%, imagine 3 times you will win. So you made 3% returns. But just like one loss of 3% stop loss will wipe out all the 3 profits that you made in the past. So that's why this is not a good risk reward ratio. So such things have to be avoided. And we have to observe all these things by using a bot for some time. And whenever you start using a bot, don't use more than $1,000, because that's the maximum thing what we need to really keep it and test it for some time. And if you really make money for, let me say, like 3 months consistently, that says a lot of things about the bot, because normally like in these 3 months we will see different types of markets, whether it goes down or up.
Yeah, sure.
And then we will have to see how much this boss really made money. And what is very important to see is to compare that with the market conditions also. Because if the whole markets are down by 50-60%, we can't expect the bot to perform like 50-60 plus percent. So if the bot performs -10 and the whole market is down by 50-60%, still it's better. Because imagine, who is using the bot? It's only 2 categories of people who use the bot. One who doesn't have time and knowledge to really trade. Or the second kind of person is a very experienced trader, but he wants a hedge against his own trade. So he's thinking like, maybe I might go wrong one day, but bot might be my support here. So it's either they're looking for a hedge against their own trade, or someone who doesn't want to go through all this hassle. So these are the only two categories of people who really need bots or who are using the bots. So you need to see like which category you fall into among these two things. And based on this one, you need to make a choice of selecting a bot that really suits your condition. So if you are a person who is using as a hedge, then it's still good, because probably if markets are down by 60%, maybe you are down by 60%, or maybe you're down by 20%, or maybe you're plus 10%. But bot may give you an edge there. Probably it can make 20% more, like how our bot did during FTX crash. Or maybe it would have lost less than like what markets have lost. So this is one thing. And second thing is about, like the newcomers, like when they come into the market, if they see red in the market, like probably they will short heavily.
Yeah,
and
sure.
they might short it exactly at the bottom, and market will start to go up, and they will trigger the stop loss, and they go long from there. And the long will again trigger the stop loss to come back to short. So in this kind of confusion, people can lose a lot of money than just using some, like expert designed algorithms, which can perform better than a new beginner. So these are two different categories of people, and it always boils down to knowing what kind of customer segment we are in and what exactly we are looking for and what we want to know from that. But my personal opinion is like always risk reward ratio, having a good Sharpe ratio, and profit factor. These three things are extremely, extremely important.
So Guru, thank you very much for coming. It was very amazing discussion. We looked every aspect of crypto trading bots, and you explained us quite much about this area. So thank you very much for coming.
Thanks, Kornél. It was a great pleasure sitting down with you and discussing about crypto trading bots. Thank you so much for inviting.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Do
you.
not forget that there's a longer version in Spotify with video. Please do not forget, it's not a financial advice. Always do your own research.
This is purely educational in nature, and it's not a financial advice. We are just discussing about the technology, about the crypto trading bots, just for education purpose and to make everyone aware of the things that is evolving in this space. But definitely none of the things that we say or discuss today is a financial advice.